What's going on with Graham as well? No one answered me earlier.
He's
Graham
getting
who?
older, I think.
That's not
What
what
happened to
I
Graham?
show.
There's drama between Jon, Graham, and Ethan.
Why?
What happened?
Jon, do you want to elaborate?
Yes.
I don't know anything about this. What is this? Guys?
Look,
Well-
Graham, and several of the professionals last year, when my campaign was closing out, decided to launch and close campaigns right on top of me. And I said, whatever. And then this year, it happened again. Andy Smith launched a campaign Wednesday. My closeout was Thursday. And then Graham decided to launch on Thursday. I was like, oh, hell no.
Hell nah.
2 years in a row.
Yeah,
2 years in a row. Anyways, through the power of the internet, somewhere, somehow, he got the message and he moved. He blinked. That's what happened.
What Jon is leaving out is he went off on a live stream and it got back to Graham, and then Graham and Ethan, I guess, had words as well.
I don't know about all that stuff, but I don't know what those guys are
I'm
talking
gonna dispense it. Let's have it.
Let Anna finish. Graham was doing the live stream
Jon
and you were
is
packing. Wait, what were you
Choke
getting
out.
ready
We
to
have all
say?
seen Jon when Jon is upset,
Man.
and Jon was having his words on his own stream, venting about his frustration, which is
pull it up.
You don't need to pull me up to hear this story.
Answer. Can she finish?
I did answer,
No,
but
you didn't. Everybody's trampling it. Say what you're saying.
oh, thank you for noticing that whenever I speak, everybody talks over me.
Excuse me, I was listening intently.
Jesus, goddamn Christ. Come on!
As somebody that watched Jon's Melty stream, and then I don't know what Ethan and Graham
Sounds
said
a little
privately.
biased. Sounds biased.
It sounds biased. You were going off, man.
Wait, I'm going off, but everybody else is saintly.
Well, Jon, you
Kidding?
did declare war. I was there. You
Yeah,
did declare war.
yeah.
You did. You said you were going to have stealth campaigns.
That's right. I might have
You
declared
said you were
war,
going to
that's
have
true.
stealth campaigns locked
Graham's
and loaded
next
to
up.
rain
Graham-
Jon Malin nukes right down on top.
Yeah, you're like, anytime I find out they're gonna launch,
Revenge.
I'm gonna launch on top of them. When they're closing out, I'm gonna close out. You went off hard.
I'm gonna launch. I'm gonna. Well,
Graham-
is it hard?
Graham-
No. Because from Graham's point of view, it's not hard for me to
What?
do that.
John,
From Graham's point of view, 1 day away from somebody launching or closing is completely acceptable, and I say, okay, I
Well,
understand.
Graham's
John,
it's
this
not
man
hard.
smokes cigars and eats nothing but beef. You should pick your fights more carefully.
I'm not fighting him. I'm gonna launch a campaign right in front of him. Is what I'm gonna do.
You know what though? I
So-
do. You know what? I personally.
You know how
think
Cecil would joke all the time. But he'd be like, "Hey, what day are you launching?" You're like, Wednesday." He's like, "Yeah, I think I'll launch Tuesday." Except I'm not joking. Like that's what I'm gonna do.
I would do every time John would or Shane would say a date they were launching. They're like, "I'm the 19th." I'm like, "I'm doing the 18th."
Right now, Cecil, why is that funny? Why is that
Because it would
funny?
be-
Because it's
it
a
would be
joke.
stealing your
Because it would
thunder.
be kind of rude. It'd be kind of rude, right?
But there is also the chance that it's not on purpose. You understand that, right?
No,
Yeah.
because no, he could have moved it to anywhere, but he decided he needed it to be on Halloween because it's a horror book. Not like we don't launch horror books every day of the fucking week.
Oh well,
Graham
okay.
does not
Oh, and
Oh,
not to
yeah.
mention,
Wait.
my
He has
book
a
is
legit-
also a horror book.
He has
I
a
just
legit-
think the coordination would be smarter, and everyone.
I don't have to
launching.
coordinate. I launched my campaign. He it already been out there for 33
Right, yeah,
days.
but
I gotta coordinate.
Guys, I understand. You
Yeah.
asked me what happened. I'm just saying my 2 cents on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
look,
taking
listen,
Graham
listen,
over
we're on
you,
Halloween.
John. What you're not
One
hearing,
at a
what
time.
you're not hearing,
I'm
John,
exhausted already.
John, what you're not hearing is Anna's siding with Graham and not.
Yeah, well,
I'm
she
not
does a Star
siding-
Trek
I-
show with him.
I am
so.
not siding with Graham. I'm not siding with anybody really. I just like there's too much going on, and if people are going to start complaining about things, then it's like I don't know.
Well,
There's so many-
let me ask you, Anna. Do you think it's cool to launch a campaign right next to one of your fellow Kings' campaign closeouts? You think that's cool one day? Or I'm sorry, the day of, and then you grace them with 1 day difference. Do you think that's
John? I think
that's cool?
oh my God, hold on. I think the thing that I thought was the most alarming was, and I absolutely adore Andy, but the fact that he's launching on Kickstarter, and I don't know if your cover's on there or not, but after what Kickstarter did to you, like that, I don't know why everyone.
Wait, you changing it to Andy?
Oh my God. Oh
about
my
Graham?
God. Do you want my opinion, or are you just going to?
Yeah, why are you talking about Andy? Let's talk about Graham.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
Jesus
hang on,
Christ.
hang
Why
on,
am
both
I
of you.
even
Calm
here on
down.
my
Break,
own
break,
stream?
break,
I'm
break,
gonna go
break,
get something to
That-
drink. I'll be back.
guys,
Steering this shit right out, right away from Graham.
Anna,
That's how biased she is.
no, they're both bald. They must be plotting together.
Maybe.
This makes sense, John.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
My word.
Look, I didn't want to talk about this. Anna wanted to talk about it. Now she's running away. John, stop interrupting Anna. What? Goblin?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're being rude, John.
Yeah. No, anyways, I look, here's the thing. Graham and all these guys, Billy, the professional crew, these guys are all like, hey, guys, this is like years ago now. Hey, guys, maybe we should pay a little attention to when campaigns are opening and launching and try to give some distance on that stuff. Now, I had already done this for years. Ethan's launching, or, when Shane came around, give distance, it's good business. And it just, why do you want to be up on somebody? A week is the minimum. If you got to launch, and sometimes in these fall areas, it's like things get busy. A week, look, your campaign fires up. You got about 3-4 days of getting money coming in, and after that, it slows down. So a week, then launch a week, after someone else's launch. Okay, bare minimum, a week. But that's what they wanted. They wanted this time. They wanted distance, and so I've already done that for 4 years. I'd already done that. I gave distance. But when these guys, when their back is to the wall and the crunch is on them, they launch or close. And Graham last year shortened his campaign by 2 weeks, which pushed it right on top of mine. So, guys, I'm like, it's just annoying. What do John Shouty, who fucking cares? We're talking thousands of dollars potentially out of my pocket and into Graham's. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But
I'll be a little shouty.
Money out of his pocket going into yours?
No, because my campaign is already in motion. I'd already launched 33 days earlier. I didn't move my closeout date. That's where it was always set for. And same with the year before. He shortened his campaign by 2 weeks to land up on within several days of my fucking closeout. 2 years in a row.
Seemed scripted.
I'm just saying.
Now Anna's trying to make it about Andy. Now, what about Andy? What is?
Tell us about Andy. Let's talk about Andy.
Oh my God, no! When I heard about the situation, and it was from you, John, complaining about Andy launching and then Graham launching, I heard the Kickstarter thing, and I was like, "Oh, so the Kickstarter boycott is over?" That's news to me.
Andy isn't a Kickstarter boycott guy. None of those other kings are. I don't think they ever have been. I think Andy and I think Graham and definitely Billy, they've all been on Kickstarter for as long as I know.
Well, I'm just saying that was new to me. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're not boycotting Kickstarter anymore. The Graham thing, I don't know why he didn't just launch it on October 1st. So because he does the 31 Days of Monster show and he could promote it every single day of October. That would have made more sense to me, but then he would have been closing the same day as you. So I don't know. I just think the coordination or just posting, because it's like I don't follow everyone's campaigns. I don't know when everyone's closing and launching. Usually somebody says something or announces the stream. So I don't know. I feel like there should just be better communication about it. That's just my
if I had if Indiegogo didn't shut down my campaign then I would be getting my 30-day extension. I would be doing my final closeout while Andy Smith is doing presumably his 30-day closeout, while Graham Nolan is doing his 30-day closeout.
Yeah, but also
Back
it's a really
to back to back, day to day to day.
but
Again,
it's also a really popular time.
Again, these are the guys that were trying to rah somebody to like, hey guys, let's have space in between these campaigns.
Yes, I agree, but at the same time, it's like, are you going to get mad because every store is having a Black Friday sale on the same time? It's like, it's a popular time of year. Everybody usually launches campaigns in the fall because everybody wants to use
in the fall. We're talking a day from my campaign.
I understand. I'm saying, John,
and no, I don't care. There are only a handful.
Time.
There are only a handful of
God.
that are like 6-figure campaigns. Those guys are the problem, or where I see that as a problem. Even like Andy Smith, he's never done 6 figures. So even him doing that in front of me, I'm like, it's Andy Smith, I guess. You know,
it's a popular time, and I mean,
popular time. Anna, what kind of sweeping shit is this? It's a popular.
How am I sweeping? That everybody launches campaigns. Shane's closing out a campaign.
Popular time? Summer. Summer's a popular time.
Oh my god!
It just so happened they keep launching 2 years in a row.
Don't
day
take
to
this
day
out on
to
me
day.
just because you asked me my opinion.
Anna, you're the one that wanted to have this conversation. We're having the conversation. You literally brought it up. You literally brought it up.
Did I?
I did.
Yeah,
Yes,
you did.
I did.
Actually, you did. You did. Yeah, you did. I'm sorry, Anna. You did this. This is your fault, Anna. This is your fault.
Oh, God.
It's not my fault.
Anna, you're
women.
Oh, my God.
It's not
I pulled the pin on this grenade.
Insane.
Oh my god.
It was me.
The moral of the story is never have a campaign opening or closing when it's close to John's. There you go. Moral of the story. Just don't do it.
By the way, Anna, share my screen. Eventually, you're going to be broke in the street.